Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is the 73rd part of What If Deku Was Sanji's Reincarnation, My Heroes Reborn. The author of this great fanfic is Ivily. Links to them and original story in the description. Chapter 73, The 30-Second Slaughter continued. Ms. Joke was staring at the field, just blinking for a bit. She had to realize what she saw at the sports festival was just the surface on the students could do. So, you want to get drunk tonight? Asked Ms. Joke. It doesn't have to be a date. I mean, you deal with those students all the time, you probably need to unwind. Can't, said Aizawa. What is the new dorms? Muttered Ms. Joke. No. I already planned to go drinking orchestra rave, said Aizawa. I guess Nizu got in contact with him, said Ms. Joke. The school hired him to be a counselor for them, said Aizawa. Makes sense, said Ms. Joke. So is really as much of an idiot as they say? His past life memories prevents him from doing anything stupid most of the time, said Aizawa. Got it, said Ms. Joke. On the battlefield, as there was no other name for it at the moment, Class 1A was coming up with plans while the other students were in shock by what just happened. Anyone need an extra weapon? Asked Momo. There's something I've been debating asking the support student for. After what just happened, I think I might need it, said Mashireo. Really, what? Asked Momo. Mashireo told her what it was as well, the specifics. I can make it without problem, said Momo. She did have a very big breakfast that day after all she needed the lipids, so it made sense. Anything else? Asked Momo. The rest of the class seemed to be fine. Some of them got new support items like Katsuki did. Like a new voice mask that made his voice louder for Kota and something to aim his electricity for Kaminari. Momo created an umbrella and gave it to him. An umbrella? Asked Kaminari. It's a lot heavier than it looks, said Mashireo. If you say so, said Kaminari. Is everyone still just standing around? Said Kyoka. Midoriya and Bakugo beat them within 30 seconds. If I was on the other side, I would probably be standing around or sitting around for a while, pointed out Zero. All right, said Momo, taking charge. Does everyone have plans? All right, Aoyama, are you ready? Cheered Toru. I am Sherry, said Aoyama. Toru used her new attack that she learned to blind people. In other words, flash them. While Aoyama used his laser on several people. The blindly and sparkly attack did get everyone attention, but it also disoriented everyone in their area of effect. Aoyama managed to get at least one person, as did Toru. Oh, come on, yelled someone. Looks like 2 more have been taken out, announced Mara, with Aizawa and Ms. Joke. So it's been another minute and your kids are already taking them out, said Ms. Joke. Aizawa nodded, not even surprised. Back on the battle, Achiko took out as many shuriken as she could and threw them at the other opponents. However, this, as it turned out, was a distraction. Bakusai Tenketsu, called out Mashireo. He touched the ground, which exploded with rocks. Okay. Seriously, what the hell? Yelled one of their opponent. Mashireo managed to use his balls to hit someone's targets and knock them out of the round. As it turned out, Achiko managed to grab all of her balls and hit 2 of her opponents thanks to her ninja-trained aim. 2 more have been eliminated and the third person to pass moves on, called out Mara. All right, Achiko, cheered Toru, giving the thumbs up. Achiko made her way out, being the third. You know, we can't rely on the reincarnated classmates, said Ida, getting ready for his plan. We kind of already figured that, said Kyoka, rolling her eyes. And isn't this plan something you did without any of the reincarnations? Ida nodded. His plan was a simple one. Run around and act like bait. A few of them took the bait and started to chase after him. As they followed him, What they weren't expecting was Mineta to yell jump. Ida, listen. And Mineta how had made a whip of his hairball aimed it at the idiots who took the bait. Ida and Mineta each other managed to get a hit in, while Mina and Kirishima also managed to get a hit in. All right, cheered Mina. Just one more to go, cheered Mineta. And 4 more people have been eliminated, announced Mara. Should we take advantage of the fact that they are still mired in darkness? Asked Tokoyami. What? Asked Siro. He means attack while there's still shock after that attack. Translated Shoji. Hey, it's open season if you think about it, pointed out Kaminari. He's right, we need to take advantage of everything we can at the moment, said Momo. Shoji took advantage of this the most by creating 6 arms and aiming for 2 shocked opponents who had highly visible targets and knocking them out. And we have our 4th to pass, announced Mara. Wait. Why aren't you 3 trying to pass at the moment? Asked Kaminari. It's better if I'm one of the last in our group, said Momo. I don't want to be one of the first, said Toru. I need someone to make sure I get back to the building, said Mashireo. We need to make sure that someone passed close enough with him that they can escort them, agreed Momo. Makes sense, Ribbit, said Tsuyu. And they still haven't recovered, said Mina. As they were still in shock combined with it's only been a couple minutes and only people form UA had passed is only making it worse. Mina did take advance of it and managed to toss her balls at someone, with Kaminari joining her. Kota also managed to get someone during this moment, with Mara knocking the people elevated. Toru took out a black party bomb. Tokoyami. This is for you, said Toru. Tokoyami nodded. The bomb exploded in a bunch of black confetti that partially blocked out the sky, creating some darkness, but not enough for Dark Shadow to go crazy. Oh yeah, said Dark Shadow, you need to get these bombs. Tokoyami tried not to roll his eyes at that reaction. And he and his quirk performed his super move, which him essentially merging with Dark Shadow. And thanks to the bizarre black confetti bomb, it gave him a bit of a boost. Thanks to this attack, he managed to attack those who were more included to fight and also managed to hit 2 of their targets and defeat them. We have our 5th person to pass, announced Mara. Mina also took advantage of this and got in another target. And 6th, announced Mara. However, with the additional 4, the other opponents started to recover from the initial shock of the 30-second slaughter. Many of them realized that Class 1A were really going to fight tooth and nail. It helped that their classmates laid the groundwork they were now following their, to be honest, overpowered classmates. With only a couple minutes having passed, none of them knew how to truly react. One of their opponent looked at them and seemingly stood proudly. In the immortal words of King Arthur, said the opponent, run away. Almost everyone stared at the guy. Needless to say, almost everyone near him realized that it would probably be better to take him out than letting that coward get his license. His targets were hit, with the last target getting hit by Mineta of all people. Yes, cheered Mineta. I feel conflicted about you taking out a coward, said Kyoka with a sweat drop. Then she saw this target's had lit up green, meaning he had passed the exam. Are you kidding me? Said Kyoka. And our 7th student has passed, called out Mara. Those that didn't pass yet all looked at Mineta and then looked at the ensembled group of opponents. Meanwhile, at the room for those who passed the test, Izuku shuddered. What is it? Asked Achiko. I think something really stupid happened, said Izuku. Go check with Haki if you worried, said Bakugo. Izuku did so and managed to get the gist of what happened. Mineta was the 7th one to pass, said Izuku with a sweat drop. Wait, what? Said Achiko. The fuck? Said Bakugo. Wait, are you serious? Asked Shoji. The other two had yet to arrive. Izuku nodded. Back in the battlefield, many of them were looking at UA undecided that whatever that short kids in the diaper was to the rest of the class, they weren't going to die on this hill and decided to look elsewhere for other targets. Including Shindo, as the rest of Ketsubutsu High students realized this probably wasn't going to be a fight they could win. But it was clear that those remained were ready to fight. Mashireo jumped into the air and slammed his umbrella into the ground, causing a huge crater. Kota used this to hit some of the targets, taking out one of them while Aoyama hit another. Kaminari used his brand new item that allowed them to shoot discs that let him aim his lighting. He managed to zap a few of them. And thanks to that he was able to hit one of their targets. We got our eighth. Called out Mara. Kyoka had a new set of gloves with speakers in them, so she didn't have to really on the set on her legs. Once they were disorientated, she tossed out her balls. She took out one, while Kota took out another using her attack to hit one. And we got 9. Called out Mara. This has to be one of the fast year yet. He gave his classmates the thumbs up before leaving. Hey, does anyone think they can get it right away? Said Mashireo. You ready? Asked Toru. Mashireo nodded. All right, said Toru. Sure, Hokuden. Called out Mashireo. There was a blast of energy that sent out at their opponents. Toru, Mashireo and Ida all took this a point to get their other hits in. Thanks, Ida, said Mashireo. Ida nodded. We have 10, 11, and 12. Called out Mara. Good luck everyone, said Toru, giving the thumbs up. Ida took Mashireo's hand and led him away, leaving just 7 students of Class 1A left. There are only 7 of them left, we can take them, yelled one of them. That was when the person who yelled that out saw something pink warp around their waist. It was Tsuyu's tongue, and she slammed them against 3 other people. She took this chance and knocked out 2 of them, while Kyoka took out 1, as did Aoyama. And we got 13, 14, and 15, said Mara. Unbelievable. That was when Siro shot out a lot of his tape, creating a net. Siro managed to get one of the ones trapped, as did Kirishima, hitting one. However, someone had managed to through the tape, getting the rest out of there. We're straining to get used to your tricks, mocked one of the remaining opponents. There's something I've been trying to learn. I haven't really practiced, but I want to try it, said Momo, producing a katana. Kirishima smiled. Do it, yelled Sato. Let's see if you can, said Siro. None of those watching knew what they were talking about, until Momo slashed the, creating a very large gust of wind that blew them away. As the students were blown away, all 4 of the remaining students got in the targets. All right. We got 16, 17, 18, and 19. I wonder if the streak is going to continue, said Mara. Todoroki sighed from his location, wondering if he should have reminded with the others. Sometime later, after many people had managed to pass, Todoroki finally arrived. He had managed to beat a bunch of students from a ninja-themed hero school. Yes, really. He saw that his entire class was there, with many of them playing Uno. Oh hey! We were wondering if you would pass or not, said Kaminari. Todoroki could only stare at his classmates. If you stayed with us, then maybe Mineta wouldn't have been one of the first 10 to pass, said Kyoka. Hey! I beat you, didn't I? Asked Mineta. Kyoka grumbled under her breath. I knew you were the first 19 students, said Todoroki. The moral of the story is next time we fight as a big team, join us, said Toru. By the way, draw 4. And it's green. Oh come on, yelled Kaminari, who was the one next to her. Todoroki just stared at his classmates. Still, all of them had passed the part of the exam. It would still be a while until the next part. But still they still passed, so it was good at the moment. And hopefully they would pass the next part of the exam. That will be it for this part. I hope everyone enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and comment if you want part 74. If you want to hear more from me, subscribe. I hope to see you all in the next one.